Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking about Stephen A. Smith versus LeBron James. Anything I say is alleged in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous T. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous T Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram, on the Instagrammies at AnonymousRealityT. Free to follow me on the TikTok at Anonymous T Podcast. Free to share everywhere. Free, you guys to like the video so it gets out in the algorithm. Share with your friends, share with your family, share with your foes, y'all. So we got some drama, we got some NBA drama that we need to talk about. So what has happened? We are, a little bit away from the All-Star weekend, right? And there was some controversy because LeBron didn't show up until right before the game, like an hour or two before the game, missed all of the All-Star weekend festivities because there's certain media requirements and certain things that people are supposed to be attending, and basically said right before the game, deuces, I'm not playing. And then was in the photo shoot for the players in uniform and just didn't even bother wearing a uniform. And this was the first year that they were trying to do this tournament style for the All-Star game, because the NBA, they're trying all these things now to bring back interest into the sport because the ratings are down significantly, right? And so the other caveat to this is Anthony Edwards. So they really want a U.S. American player to be the quote-unquote next face of the league, right? But they've decided upon Anthony Edwards, right? And Anthony Edwards, he has all these multi-million-dollar endorsement deals, which would allude to, people trying to, have you go towards that direction of being the next face of the league. And Ant keeps telling these people, I don't want it. I really think it's because of his messy personal life. But nonetheless, I don't think he wants to deal with the negativity and the scrutiny of, if the team doesn't succeed, if he doesn't win any championships, and all these things, right? So LeBron basically came out after a game last night and was like, I can't say, basically said, listen, looky here, why would you want to be the face of the league when all the people that cover our game and talk about our game on a day-to-day basis bleep on everybody? So I think that was direct shots to Stephen A. Smith in particular, because they've been going hard at LeBron's son as well, because they feel a certain way, right, about the whole thing, about how he was on the same team as LeBron, his performance, him being on the G League, him being back on the Lakers, it's a whole thing, right? He's pissed about that. LeBron's pissed about the constant comparisons, obviously to Michael Jordan, right? And just has crapped on LeBron a lot of his career until he started winning championships. So Stephen A. and I think LeBron feels away, and really it's Stephen A. and Skip Bayless who went the hardest at LeBron. I feel like even Charles Barkley has mellowed out on LeBron for the most part. So Stephen A. responds on his show today, right, on First Take, and for whatever reason, he decides to have Gilbert Arenas, former NBA player, and Brian Windhorst, who are LeBron's biggest fans. He was like, oh, I got a surprise today. You can't wait to see who my co-hosts are on the panel. And I'm like, these people are about to cook you, Stephen A. Make it make sense. What? You didn't think this segment through. And you proved LeBron's point, because the night before, Thursday night, Steph Curry had 56 points. And y'all used to highlight the players that, would have these record-breaking, points, 60 points in a game, 81 points in a game, da-da-da-da. Y'all would have, that would be the top story. But you got in your feelings, you got triggered by LeBron, so you decided to open the segment to bash LeBron. And really what this is about is you feel a way, you only hype up the people that you get access to, right? If you don't get access to people, or if they shut you down, Stephen A., you go in on the attack. That's why you go in on Kevin Durant. That's why you go in on certain people, right? So Stephen A. is running down these lists of things that he feels LeBron has done to ruin the prestige of the NBA, so to speak. Specifically speaking to what he did at All-Star, he brings up the decision of LeBron leaving the Cavs. He brings up also overall like players that are load managing. Now, I do agree about the load managing. I think the load managing really is what a lot of people are pissed about. If you have paid tickets to see your favorite player, especially if your home team is playing like the Lakers or playing like, you know, one of the hot teams in the NBA, and that is your one opportunity to see said player, and you find out right before the game, you're already, you know, either on your way or sitting there at the game, and you find out like right before the game starts that player on the other team is not even going to play, is going to be a DNP. For quote unquote rest, but they're going to make up an injury and then play the next night. No. A lot of that going on, right? Where, and it was really bad with like Kawhi Leonard and other people, right? Where they're like, hey, you know, this person's had so many injuries, so we're trying to do X, Y, and Z. But then when you're getting to the tune of just missing several games per season, it looks bad because it's like, well, what are the advertisers paying for? What are the fans paying for? Why should we watch these games? The other issue is the media really, we knew LeBron was going to be great, right? But because of Jordan, right? And this is no disrespect to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan literally didn't do anything but be amazing. That's the whole thing. But you guys now say essentially LeBron is nothing if he doesn't win a championship. And there's plenty of great Hall of Fame NBA players such as Charles Barkley, such as Dominique Wilkins, and others who have never won an NBA championship. But y'all changed the trajectory of y'all for years called LeBron the Peyton Manning of the NBA, who could never win an NBA championship, would always get right there, and y'all dragged him. So then he has to go to different teams now to be like, well, I got to put myself in the best position now to win championships. Had y'all not done that, there could have been a chance where his mentality could have been about, you know, being with Cleveland his entire career, possibly. But then that opened up the door for then other athletes, other players to say, oh, LeBron left Cleveland. Oh, well, Kevin Durant, let me leave OKC. I'm not happy. James Harden, let me demand, a trade out of here. Things are not going well out here. Let me go to Houston, right? Like this led to a snowball effect of several high, top 5, top 10, top 15, 20 NBA players in the league now doing all this movement around the league because, everybody's now, they're seeing how hard that they're going at LeBron on. He needs to win these championships. He needs to pass Jordan to be considered the greatest player of all time, all this and that. And so they're like, okay, I got to do that too. I got to do what LeBron's doing, or I'm going to get ridiculed too. Make it make sense. The only person who really kind of escaped a lot of the ridicule is Steph Curry, and really to another, and the irony is I don't even think people went at Kobe like that. And Kobe literally, like Michael Jordan is his idol, right? And it became exhausting. And so even with LeBron winning 4 rings and breaking the scoring title and all these things, people are still like, hey, it's not enough. You didn't go 6-0 in the NBA Finals. You had some losses here. Michael Jordan won all 6 of his championships with the same team. Like it's always some type of caveat, and it's annoying. And y'all decided to turn everything into a debate. who is better than who, and why can't we just appreciate the different eras of basketball, the different rules at the time during those basketball years? These people played different positions, had different teammates, had different struggles that they had to go through and adapt to in their time and their prime. And now everybody's trying to act like Bobo the Fool. They're trying to act like clueless, like they have no idea why the players are so pissed off. And it's like, y'all have been mean. Y'all have been mean. Y'all have been dragging some of these players. And, took it as an opportunity for content to go back and forth with them. And now y'all want to pull back and act like, no. We didn't do that. We didn't do that. They're blowing things out of proportion. We've been supportive. We do celebrate this and do celebrate that. Do you? Do you? Because really, it's not looking like a celebration. It is looking like you're proving LeBron's point. You're proving everything LeBron said. And so the final thing is LeBron tweeted, right? Because, Gilbert basically echoed some of my sentiments. Brian Windhorst echoed some of my sentiments about, how the players feel, how essentially, when Gilbert played, he felt like it was still an era where the media was celebrating the NBA players. They weren't doing all the stupid comparisons or how many rings somebody's had. They celebrated people's individual success and team success and all these things. And it wasn't a slight or a detriment if a particular star player, didn't win a championship or whatever else. Like, even for instance, Dirk Nowitzki finally won an NBA championship, right, with the Dallas Mavs. And he's not being attacked like, oh, you need to win X amount more, right? Like it's not that, like, certain players are not experiencing that pressure when they're not, quote, considered the face of the league, right? But when you guys have anointed LeBron as, quote unquote, the face of the league, it comes with a lot of negativity, comes with a lot of backlash, right? It comes with a lot of things. And some of y'all make up stuff too, to try to make things a scandal. And I just don't understand why we're even doing this at this point. Like, LeBron is on the way out, as far as retiring soon. Like, he might be here another couple of years in the league, but that's it. And so LeBron tweeted, you guys, because I think he got wind of, Stephen A. Smith's comments, and said, exactly made my point, but anyways, happy the convo has started. It ain't about the face of the game, and it ain't about one person or one show. It's about the culture of basketball, the most beautiful game in the world. Our game has never been better. Incredible young stars from all over the world, and some older ones with laughing emojis. Steph Curry should be all we're talking about today. Let's discuss how great OKC and the Cavs have been this season with two completely different styles, and break down how and why and what they have. Of course, if players do not perform, we need to discuss that and break that down. And also, LeBron tweeted as well that even that can't be discussed in a way that's not to finally bring that player's, bring that finality to that player's game, but to leave room to see how that player responds, and let's watch the journey of that player. This ain't about me either. At this point, I don't really care what's said about me. It's always something. This is about the impact of the negativity having on our beautiful game and our fans. And, and then LeBron is saying as well, hold on one second, because my thing had cut off. But also, LeBron had tweeted, I speak for myself and players, and more importantly, a lot of great fans that truly love and celebrate the sport around the world. #MindTheGame. So we'll see whether or not, if Stephen A. Smith, I'm sure he's probably going to say something on his podcast as a response to this, and I'm sure it's going to be, one of his headline topics on his show on Monday. But it's like, I feel there's blame to go around. I feel like there's blame to go around, but the media all of a sudden acting like they were not an active participant in some of the negativity that they fueled. And like I said, these stupid comparison conversations, these push for, you're not anything unless you win a championship, when several players that played in the 90s era do not have championship rings. So like, y'all did this to yourselves. And so the thing is, y'all don't like this new generation of these younger players that basically are telling y'all to are basically giving y'all the middle finger. Are giving y'all the middle finger and telling y'all not about to tell me what I am or am not about to be. So as a result, it goes back to LeBron, because LeBron, effectively is who y'all still consider the face of the league. So therefore, it's all LeBron's fault. But I mean, who are y'all gonna blame when LeBron retires? Like who's gonna be at fault then? Because y'all prove LeBron's point. You're not talking about the Cavs. You're not talking about OKC Thunder, because they're small market teams. They're not the flashy, the Knicks, the Lakers, all of that, right? So they're not the flash, big city type teams. So you're not going to talk about them, and let alone, you're not always going to highlight them on primetime. You're not going to give them as many primetime games as you are the Lakers and the Knicks and the Celtics. That's just how it's going to be. But then y'all want to sit here and get mad when other players say they don't want to be the face of the league. Well, you're proving the point as to why. You're leading with more negativity. Make it make sense. So there's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.